Hello everyone, my name is MJ Vilches and welcome to another animation live stream. For this stream, of course, we're going to be refining more shots for the Underland Project episode 1. So yeah, right now I'm looking at the image shot list. This is something that I call image shot list. And the purpose of this, even though it looks like a storyboard, is actually the purpose of this is like a shot list. So I use this to determine which shot I'm working on, or at what point the shot is in the production. So I check the shot with a color yellow ink if it's already animated. So all of the shots here are checked because they have been animated already. They've gone through the initial process of animation. And yeah, for animation, by the way, my process for this animated short is this. So yeah, first I've gone through the initial animation process, which involves plotting out key poses and also some extremes or breakdown poses. And then I do that for every shot first. Then I proceed to the next, which is the refining stage. The first pass of the refining stage, which is where I'm at right now. So for the first pass, I work on splining, refining the splines for the animations. Also adding secondary animations like the roach's antenna moving or their mandibles. I will also add that on a refined first pass, and then for the second pass, the final refinement stages of animation, I'll be doing more refinements wherever it's needed, and then I'll also be tackling cloth and hair simulation, or animating them if I have to, like manually animating them, and just all other things to finalize the animation. So I decided to do this kind of process so that it won't be too overwhelming for me when animating a bunch of shots for the animated short, because I am doing this thing by myself. So in order to not make it too overwhelming, when I work on one shot, I don't finish it right away. I just move on to the next by just doing their initial animations, and then I'm gonna go back again and refine each of the shots one by one until I'm done. So I did this so that as I go through each shot, it's not that overwhelming, because animation is not easy. So yeah, that I think this process really works well for when you're doing some animation projects by yourself, especially when you're dealing a lot of shots by yourself. And yeah, there's a bunch of shots for this animation. So anyways, I'm going to check our I'm gonna go back to the screen here, and I'm going to check which shot we're working on. Actually, I'm already done with sequence 005 of the animations, and right now I'm about to start refining animations for sequence 006. So yeah, each the check that I'm doing here is like I said, it's my way of determining which shot I'm working on and what point is the shot at in the production. So anyways, we now know that I'm gonna be working with shot 1 next for sequence 006. So I'm just gonna minimize Kurita here, and then we're going to go to sequence 006 shot 1, which I already opened yesterday, I think. Yeah, it's right here. So we're gonna be doing the first pass of refinement stages for this shot, which is just smoothing out some spline curves, just refining the splines of the animation, and also adding some secondary animations if it's needed, and also adding more breakdown poses too, and even just refining the animations just to make it look nice. So we have our sequence 006 here. I think I haven't replaced the characters with the new version of the new version of the characters yet, so I'm gonna do that. First, I'm gonna delete the cave environment, because this is a cave environment. This is a cave model that I linked to the model. I did not use append its link, and The thing about linking a model, you can't really edit here if you want. If you linked it in this blend file, you can't edit it here. You have to edit it on the blend file where this object is from. And I really find that really, it's really difficult. And also when rendering, Blender has to like look for that file. It takes so much time to render when stuff are linked. So I'm going to delete this collection by using delete hierarchy. That would delete all of the objects. And yeah, it's fine because I'm going to be appending that soon or later. Next, I'm going to enable some of the bones here because I want to add a keyframe. Like on the first frame, I'm going to add their keyframe right here because later I'm going to be applying this action, this animation data onto the new version of the character where I fixed some errors on the character and also added more stuff on the rig. I'm gonna do the same thing with the boots character here. Let me just check here if everything's selected. So I'm gonna select all these bones and just add a keyframe at the frame 1 just so this initial pose is saved here, because other bones don't really have keyframe, and when I add the other characters, some of the bones won't like save the pose of the other bones, and the character will be right here, and there will be an issue if I don't do that. So after doing that, I will now go to action editor, and I'm gonna rename the action to boots, anim for boots here so I can easily find it later. I'm also gonna make it fake user so that even if I delete the boots model here, the action will still be there, the animation data. I'm also going to do the same in Gregor, anim. I'm going to make that fake user, and I'm going to delete both of them. But before that, I'm actually going to save a backup, because before deleting stuff from your blend file, you have to save a backup so that if you made a mistake, you're not going to accidentally delete the whole animation and have to start over again, which happened to me a couple of times actually. So I have to save a backup so that I can just get that animation data right there whenever I need. And I'm gonna go back to the original file now. We're not gonna be editing the backup file. So this is taking time because I've turned on textured view mode here, and Blender's loading in the really high resolution images for the texture. So yeah, Blender's taking so much time. That's also because I'm working on a laptop, which is not that beefy, so things will take time. Rendering this animation will be long. Anyways, now I can delete the models, the old version of the models here of the characters. So I'm gonna delete both of that, and I'm going to append the new version of the characters. So I'm gonna go to append here. I'm gonna go to the folder where I saved the character models. I'm gonna first append the environment, I think. I've put them in collections so it's easy to append them onto a different blend file. Oh wait, Control Z that, because another thing we need to do is I'm gonna go to Blender file right here. I'm gonna delete this linked data because deleting it here doesn't really delete it from Blender, from this blend file. We need to go to Blender file and then delete this linked data here so that it doesn't affect the newly appended object. So I'm just gonna file, append, and we're gonna go append the cave environment again, and it's right here, so we're good. Next I'm gonna append the characters. File, append, characters, Gregor final. So I'm gonna I put it on a collection, Gregor version 1.5, so that it's easy for me to like find it later. If I make another version, it's going to be version 1, version 2, or maybe 1.6. Anyway, okay, it's right here. Now I'm gonna apply the animation data by going to the action editor and looking for Gregor anim, and that should put him right back to where he's supposed to be. What's the term of this? Like, getting the animation data from the old character model. So this is possible for me to do because I did not change anything with the rig from the old model. I retained the rig even though I found issues with some of it. I just used it because I don't want to have to go back and animate the whole thing all over again because I changed the rig. So it works. Like applying the animation from the old model works for the new model because they have the same rig, the same orientations of all of the bones in the rig. So I'm gonna append the boots next. It's just actually the subject of this shot. So boots final, boots final, boots final. So I'm gonna go to collection, boots version 1.5 as well. And then I'm also gonna apply the animation data. So I wonder why this is taking some time. It's probably because of the texture again. I'm not really sure, but boy, look at this. I really need that PC upgrade. Support me in KoFi, guys. Also, speaking of KoFi, I really want to give a huge thanks to oh no, that's a huge lag. I want to give a huge thanks to GulliermoGage and Mbuddy. They're my recent KoFi supporters, giving me tons of golden doodle fuels, which I'll be explaining what those are soon. But yeah, thank you so much to these guys, GulliermoGage and Mbuddy, for the support. And yeah, if you want to support me, help me buy a new computer so it doesn't lag so much, just head over to my KoFi page. The link is right there, ko-fi.com/Doodle Notes Productions. Just go there and consider supporting me in KoFi. So yeah, now it's loaded up. Let's go back there now. So now boots is right there, and we have to apply the animation data. So let's see. Things should be running fine in the stream. So yeah, let's apply the animation data right here, and the boots anim, and there we go. We applied the animation data from the previous model, but as you can see, there's an issue here, and that's because I remodeled Gregor's hands for the new version. And I also switch around the position of the bones. So applying the animation data from the previous model caused some issues like this one, caused some errors. So yeah, that's something that one will always end up running into when replacing an old character model on an already animated shot. There's really going to be some issues, and those issues are probably encountered by the people who remade the whole Sonic model from the Sonic live action movie. They probably experienced something like that, where a whole lot of the movie's already finished with that. A lot of people thought that it's a crappy design of Sonic, the first design of him, and they improved it. And they probably encountered this kinds of issues where they'd have to replace, the character model and then have to adjust the animation. So for this one, it's not really gonna be a challenge to change this. I just need to turn off some of the bones here so they don't clutter the view. And I'm getting error in the stream. Whoever it is that's viewing right now, tell me if the stream's still fine. I don't know. I'm just gonna I'm gonna disable in the viewport some of the bones here that I don't need. I can also do this. I remapped this show overlays right here. I remapped it to Q. Doesn't usually do that in Blender, but this just makes it easier for me to turn the overlays on or off, the bones and stuff. Excuse me. So yeah, now let's try and preview this for a while. Let me check first if the volume is nice. Okay, I think we're good here. Oh hey, Mbuddy. Once again, thank you so much, man, for the golden doodle fuels. And I already said how thankful I am in the Discord, chat. But yeah, that I really appreciate it, and you know, what you guys supporting me really means a lot. So yeah, let's preview this animation right here. Let's see. Okay, Boots' eyes. There's something that I did with Boots' eyes here that I need to disable eye follow. So it's like the previous one. So Boots is looking like right there because something is coming from that direction, which we'll probably see later if I manage to refine this in less than 30 minutes. So I'm not gonna refining Boots for I'm not gonna refining Boots yet. I'm gonna fix this hand first. So yeah, I think the way to fix this, I'm gonna go to the first frame right here, and select all of these hands. I'm gonna delete all the keyframes because we're gonna be reanimating it. We have to, but it's not that much anyway, so it's fine. So I'm just gonna I'm gonna Alt G this, and I pressed Alt R, also Alt G, maybe all of them. See if the positions changed. So yeah, Mbuddy, yeah, glad that you've learned some Blender stuff. It's actually one of the reasons why I do these things, just to also tell people about Blender, because the Blender is an awesome software, which also allowed me to, you know, work on my dream. Because before I didn't really know what to do. The softwares that needs to be used to create like stuff like this are very expensive, and then I discovered Blender, and then things just changed after that. I've allowed myself dreams. That's also a quote from Gregor the Overlander. I think it's in book 2 when his dad was back. He said he allowed himself dreams when his father returned to him. But yeah, because of Blender, I can now make my dreams possible, despite not having that much, money. Because Blender is free, and you can make awesome animations with it. Films and animations. So I'm just gonna position the hand here. Gregor's hand really protecting Boots from what might be a threat right in front of them, the thing that they're looking at right there, which I didn't turn on. If you haven't seen the previous streams, you wouldn't know what those are. What if you did? Well, you already know what they're looking at here. So I'm just gonna move this hand. So you don't really. So I need to position the thumb right there, because when you're holding like that, you don't really put your thumb on the back. All of the fingers are actually on the front. Like kind of shielding. Kind of keeping Boots close to him as much as possible, and just holding her right there so that she doesn't run off. Later though, it doesn't work. You'll see on the final animation, which will be released next year. I won't be sharing the actual date yet, and there's actually no final date yet, but there's already a final month and year, which is next year, and the month will be a secret until I'm done with post-production. I mean, until I'm done with production stage of the project. When I reach post-production, there's going to be the editing of the final video, adding the sound, music, etc. Just finalizing it until it becomes the final short film. So I'm just gonna position the hand here. Probably put it down some. So everything's nice here, and let me turn on Boots' subdivision surface so we can see if there are clipping happening. Some clipping happening. You know, if Gregor's fingers clips through the shirt there, just like this one. So I need to bring that back. Just gonna do that, and I keep getting an error in the stream. I do hope it doesn't keep on happening. Mbuddy did say that stream's fine, so I guess I'm gonna keep going. So now we have that hand right there. Next, I'm going to parent this hand bones to probably Boots' shoulder right here. One shoulder for each. Let me just check if I need to do that. Okay, I need to turn off subdivision surface because it's making playback really laggy. Okay, there's not much motion on the shoulder, so I think it's safe to just parent it on Boots' chest bone right here. So I'm just gonna go to the hand bone and then head down to bone constraints right here. I'm gonna add child of, and then I'm gonna eyedropper Boots' rig right here, and then chest, look for chest, and then set inverse, and that should parent this hand bone to the chest bone, so that wherever the chest bone, wherever this part of Boots' body move, the hand will follow, making it easier to animate. So I'm also gonna do the same thing for this one, child of Boots rig, and I'm gonna look for the chest bone, set inverse. So the chest bone is this one right here. So as you can see, the hands are now locked there on the Boots' shoulder here, so that when she moves, the hands will follow no matter what. And I can just add some more additional animations to make the animation here interesting. So I need to turn off cave environment first, just so it doesn't clutter the view. So I'm gonna slightly change the position of the hand here, just to add what's the term, dynamics. And then make sure that everything's fine. No clipping happening. I think it's fine to clip a little bit. Gives the illusion that the finger is pressing onto the shirt right there. I'd want to do some cloth simulation for that, but my laptop can't handle it. I tried it, but it would just take so much time to do it, and I really want to finish this animation already because it took so much time. So this shot is very short. You won't even notice Gregor's hand for the final animation. You only notice Boots' face right here looking. So I don't have to be too meticulous about it. I mean, I can, just to add more to it, but you won't really be seeing it for the final one. So just a subtle motion here. I don't want it to also distract you guys from from Boots' face, because the important part of this shot is Boots' face, looking towards in front of her, and then she hears something moving to her right side, and then she faces there. So let me see. I am actually tweaking the first frame. Okay, let's Control Z that. That's not good. Okay, I need to probably move it a bit closer right here. And just adjust the fingers a little bit, because it won't really look nice if the hands are just stationary there. It won't look natural. And then, oh wait, don't do that. Just select the hands. I'm gonna add a keyframe here, and then move the hand again. So just very subtle, like, animations. I also want to avoid as much as possible the contact with Boots' hair, because that's difficult to like simulate later. But maybe it won't be, because when I did some tests, it's pretty easy to set up Boots' hair dynamics right here to give it a nice simulation, nice hair motion. So I'm also gonna bring it in closer. Like so. And I think because he slid his hands towards that way, some of the fingers will be left on where they were in contact with before. Just like what's happening on the pinky there. The pinky finger. So maybe like that. I think that will do. Okay. We're done with Gregor's hands here. Now we can refine Boots. So I'm gonna turn off Gregor for a while, just so we have more frame rate here. And let's see what we can do for Boots here to refine her animations. Definitely that head turn right there. I need to refine the spline. I'm gonna select normalize here. And then check the spline right here. See what we... So there's... So yeah, the chest bone kind of like rotates on the... What is this? The Z-axis too much. It's like it jitters, so we need to fix that. I think it's this one, this curve doing like that. I think this... Or maybe this one. I read the Z rotation still. Yes, I need to bring that up a little bit. And then bring this down. So that the rotation is just one smooth going that way. Or maybe like this. Yeah, like that. I need to bring this down more to, like, as you can see the motion that where it's going. If I move it down, it rotates towards the right more, towards the Boots' right. So I won't be animating like the hands and other stuff down there, because what's visible is Boots' face right here and part of the shoulders. I'm also gonna turn off audio because it's not really helping. Okay, I think the chest spline curve is already nice. Maybe I can do more with the X rotation here. Move that up, because she rotates and then kind of settles here for a bit, and then let's see. Oh, the X rotation is not really... it's not visible, so I'm not gonna make that a problem. I don't want it to be too like rotated if I try and do this. Okay, now let's bring this down. Okay, looks like oh, it was the X. Was it the X location that I'm changing? No. I guess it's fine. So the chest, I think, has a smooth motion now. I can go proceed to the head bone. Because I don't, sometimes it becomes like robotic. The motion becomes robotic. I'm gonna first deal with the Y rotation. Maybe make the head turn smoother there. Slightly fast head turn, but not, it doesn't snap. Just like eases into the final position there. Okay, I think the Y rotation is already nice. Let's go to the X rotation next. Down, yeah, okay. I think the X rotation is already nice and smooth. Let's see. How about the Z rotation? So this is a quick animation, so it won't take too much time to like refine it. Maybe make the Y a bit more snappy. And maybe bring this down more. No, I think that just ruins it. Let's bring that back. So I think Boots' mouth already is animated, slightly opening as she turns her head, so that's fine. I don't want it to be too... I don't want the mouth to have too much motion because naturally mouths don't really move that much if you're not talking. There's something about the blink though. Is it too fast? Let's try and do something about that. I'm gonna enable some of the face bones here, and then just like only the eye area. Make sure everything's selected there. Don't select the jaw though. I'm gonna go back to the keyframe here and let's see what we can do. So this is the point where Boots closes her eyes. Let me just try and make this longer. So that it's not a quick blink. And she opens her eyes right here, right when the head's turned to the right, to her right. And I can probably even add a dynamic effect here. Maybe even move it further. Probably change the rest here to Bezier again. This one as well. I'm gonna change that to Bezier. Was it back that I chose or bounce? Seems like it's bouncing. Okay. Oh. I guess that's why. I'm gonna try and delete this. And prolong that one. That doesn't work. Probably this. So just trial and error here. Or not. I just wanted to... Yeah, I don't think doing the dynamic effect here works. Just slow. And I'm probably going to like make the eye open or close first. Maybe the right eye. Make it close first. Maybe it closes. Yeah, it closes first. It's gonna offset the close, like the blink right there, by 1 frame. Not sure if it will look great though. Yeah, maybe that'll work. And I'm gonna make this an eye dart as opposed to the eyes just sliding there. So I'm gonna shift D. Yeah, gonna add that keyframe 1, 2, and just do this. One, two, not one. For the eye darts, 2 frames works, I think. Also, maybe I need to put that 1, 2 right here. Or, I don't know. I'm gonna copy this to this, or not. Control Z that. That shouldn't slide like that though. Not sure about that offset blinking though. Yeah, that offset blinking is... I don't think it works. Let's bring that back. I'm gonna select this, except for the jaw. Gotta deselect the jaw. I'm gonna bring back the keyframe so that they blink at the same time. Because offsetting it doesn't seem to... Wait, maybe reversing the... like making the first... Yeah, maybe that works. I just think that this offset blinking works well on like more cartoony characters, I guess. I don't know. I'm having loopyitis already. Okay, let's see. So yeah, I think this is looking good. So the eye shouldn't start moving. Like this eye shouldn't start moving. It should only start moving when after she closes her eyes, like that. After she closes her eyes, it starts moving. Because when the eye starts moving before the eye closes, it doesn't look natural. Probably move this. Or probably like that. Yeah, mine buddy. That tends to happen a lot. The blinking part of the animation really is just... and it has to be done right because it's gonna make the character look unnatural. So I guess the formula for blinking is that the eye only starts moving after the character closes her eyes. And then after that, the eye can move, change direction, making it more, I think that's more natural. Instead of the eye starting to move. Okay, maybe like this. Yeah, I think we're good here. Should I do like a follow through animation for the eyes? Excuse me. So yeah, I don't know. I think I'm gonna settle with this. No, actually, I'm gonna try that follow through again, like the bounce, like the eye. You'll see soon enough what I mean. I'm gonna add something like this. I'm gonna select this 2 keyframes here. I'm gonna add that back dynamic effect again and see how it looks. And I add the same thing to the other eye. T. And add the back dynamic effect. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that looks nice. Because you see that back, what the back does is like makes the eye like have like a follow through action. Like kind of widening up right there and then going back down a bit. Okay, I think we're good here. Okay, that's it. That's I think it's safe to say that okay, is it stuck? Yep, not responding. Probably gonna be affect the stream. Oh no, I think we're safe. So yeah, I think it's safe to say that sequence 006 shot 1 is refined. First pass. I'm still not sure about that blinking offset though, but I'm gonna settle with that for now, and leave the other refinement things that I need to do here on the second pass. So yeah, I think it's safe for us to go to Karita and then check shot 1, mark it as refined. So better select the color, and then I'm gonna check this. Now it's refined. So we can head to shot 2, which I'm going to do later today because I won't make the stream longer. I think that's all that I want to share for now. I shared to you the image shot list and then in my animation process, and we have finished refining shot 1 of sequence 6. I'm gonna turn off some elements here and let's preview that one last time. See where we're at. So yeah, I think that's good. Nothing much to do there. Nothing more that needs to be done. What's left to do next would be simulating Boots' hair, going like her particle system's hair here that will be moving. Kind of like, let me just show you. Kind of like, where did I save it? Kind of like the Underland Project, render, Blender, tests. Kind of like this. See how Boots' final hairs like this, as you can see. That's Boots' hair is a nice hair simulation there. And yeah, that's gonna be tackled on the second pass of the animation process, the second refinement stages, second pass of the refinement stages. So yeah, I think there's nothing more to do. That's all for this stream. Thank you so much for those who stayed and watched. always a huge thanks to Mbuddy, who's always been on the streams ever since I started doing the animation stream. So yeah, Mbuddy, thanks for that. So yeah, that's all for this stream, and I'm gonna be streaming again probably tomorrow. I'm also gonna be releasing like a schedule for the streams soon, so you guys know when I'll be up. But yeah, that's all I guess for now. Thanks for watching. I am MJ Vilches, and yeah, gotta find more shots and hopefully finish sequence 6 through August.